What's going on, guys? Ryder here, back with another video. Today we're covering the Xbox Showcase event, the July Games event. Now this just wrapped up. With it, we got a lot of exclusive games coming to Xbox One and the Series X from the company's biggest studios. So here's a look at everything that was revealed. So it all kicked off with an extended gameplay look at Halo Infinite, which, of course, now this is now set in an open world environment on one of the rings. So they definitely said they're going to guarantee 60 frames per second. And with that said, it looked really good, but it wasn't as impressive as I thought it was going to be visually. Now, they did say there's going to be some optimization happening, and of course, they're going to be working on it for a few more months before it's launched. But what we can expect is a Master Chief story, a good campaign, open world setting. It's still going to be a linear story, and then of course some cool multiplayer like we like to see. It's interesting because it really seems like it's paying homage to the first Halo, the first and second and kind of third Halo. I'm going to have another video all about Halo Infinite, so look in the channel for a video on that coming up soon. Next, we got to look at next gen Forza, and God, that looks really nice. That's from Turn 10 Studios. This is definitely coming to the Series X. Most likely, they didn't say the Xbox One, but look for it on the Series X and the PC. No date for this guy, but it looks really good. So I think they're giving the studio a little bit of time to really make that look good. So another one that really stood out for me was Rare's Everwild. This looks really cool. This is like the same kind of graphics you see in Zelda. It's the cell shaded graphics, and this is all about we really actually don't know what it's about, other than there's going to be a big open world and there's going to be animals and you interact with them, and I just can't wait to find out more about this. Overall gameplay from this event was kind of lacking. We saw Halo gameplay, we saw some other gameplay, but yeah, they didn't show too much stuff. There was some smaller, not triple or quadruple A games that they showed gameplay for, but yeah, it was a little disappointing on that front. Then we saw State of Decay 3. That's in development from Undead Labs. This is coming out on the Series X. No date with that. Obsidian really stepped up their game. They showed a teaser for Avowed, which is this first-person role-playing game. And for sure it's a ways away, but it looks cool. It looks like basically their version of Skyrim, and everyone's waiting to see something like that. They also showed their other game that is Grounded. That's like the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game. That looks really cool. And then there's some DLC for their current game, Outer Wilds, coming in September. We also saw at the very end of this show, this one also really stood out to me. This is a teaser for the Playground's highly anticipated Fable reboot. And so that's coming. No date on that. It was just a CGI teaser. There's no gameplay. There's no story. So that's probably a ways out, but that's going to be something very cool. That's one of Xbox's worst kept secrets is the Fable. Then we saw some other little things like Tetris Effects, not really for me. There was some updates on Destiny 2, and it looks like Microsoft and Bungie are kind of collaborating here. And I think going into this generation, you're going to see a lot of Destiny and Microsoft working together. So it's coming to Game Pass. That's confirmed. That's awesome. As well as all the expansions and the new one, Beyond Light, are confirmed for Game Pass. We then also got a deeper look at the Medium from Observer developer Bloober. This was showing off multiple simultaneous worlds. So you can basically, it looks like you can flip from one world to the other instantaneously in gameplay. And this is probably why it's just coming to the Series X, because it looks very cool that you can do that. I love horror games like this. These are great. You can turn the lights off and just, dive into it and be immersed in the world. So that looks really cool. Some other things like Stalker 2 were announced, a Warhammer game, Darktide. So yeah, I mean, other than that, those were really the games that stood out to me personally. I'm very excited for the Halo Infinite game. They're going to show more. I know Microsoft is having another event in August, and that's primarily to talk about services and their platform. This is going to be probably when they announce the Series S, or the Lockhart, which is the lower spec, cheaper model. And we're going to see more stuff about Series X, and I can almost guarantee we'll see more gameplay and even maybe some more game announcements. There are some games that were not announced, or at least developers, first-party developers for Microsoft that weren't announced, like the Initiative, whatever they're working on. It seems like it's Perfect Dark. It could be a new IP. I'm hoping it's a new IP. We need some fresh stuff. And then there's a few other of their first-party studios that didn't announce anything. So really, a lot of good stuff here. It was a good presentation. They showed a lot of games, but I was really expecting more of a wow factor, some really next-gen graphics, some more first-party announcements of new IPs that were coming. But really, this was a full showcase of Game Pass and why you want to get Game Pass, because everything they showed in this show was coming to Game Pass. So for $10 a month or wherever you live, that is a steal. Game Pass is going to be the little hidden secret that Microsoft is going to use to basically win over this next generation of consoles. I've included the links below to all the things I'm talking about here, so definitely go check out the videos. Go see the stream in 4K now that it's uploaded in 4K. And on the Xbox channel, you can see each of these videos and gameplay reveals and teaser trailers piece by piece, so you don't have to watch the whole hour-long footage. But definitely check those out, because there's a lot of content in here that I didn't cover that you might be interested in. And surprisingly, this stream was at 1080p 60 frames per second. I don't know why these companies are doing that. Maybe it's a YouTube limitation, but when you're showing off next-gen stuff, 4K 60, upload it in 4K 60. Stream it in 4K 60. I don't care if I have to go to some special website or platform to do it, or post the whole thing and don't live stream it, because it really, like, the majority of people will not go back and look at these videos. You really want to wow people, and just, it's compressed. YouTube at 1080p 60 isn't even 1080p 60. So yeah. So for everything else, Xbox Series X, PlayStation, gaming, technology, make sure to stay locked in the channel. Hit that like button if you like this video. Please subscribe. It helps out a lot. And I will see you guys on the next one.